Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We have so much to talk about, so let's dive right into the heart of Port Charles. I have to tell you, my heart is just pounding after seeing the latest developments unfolding right before our eyes in Port Charles. I have been watching these characters for so long, and sometimes you can just feel the storm clouds gathering before the first drop of rain even falls. Right now, I am completely consumed by the absolute powder keg that is forming around sweet little baby Phoebe. It feels like we are watching a train wreck in slow motion, and I am sitting on the edge of my seat, practically shouting at the screen because of what our girl Jocelyn Jacks is about to do. Let us start by setting the scene down by the Quartermain boathouse. You know that spot. It is usually so peaceful, a place where our favorite characters go to steal a romantic moment or just clear their heads by the water. But lately, it has become the staging ground for some serious tension. Jocelyn is down there, fully embracing her new identity as a member of the WSB. I have to admit, I have loved seeing her step into this confident, fierce young woman. But sometimes that confidence borders on arrogance. She is standing there with Hudson Parker, a man who sends absolute chills down my spine. We all know Hudson is desperately searching for Delilah Wilson's missing baby, and he is not the kind of man who takes no for an answer. He is dangerous, calculating, and he is currently playing a very quiet game of cat and mouse right in the heart of the Quartermain estate. Into this tense atmosphere steps Michael Corinthos. Now, you know Michael cannot help but play the overprotective older brother, and he immediately starts grilling Hudson. I could feel the sibling dynamic flaring up instantly. After Michael manages to run Hudson off temporarily, he turns his attention to Jocelyn, practically begging her to take the CEO position at JJE. He wants her safe, he wants her anchored, and he wants her working for the family. But Jocelyn, bless her heart, is stubborn to the core. She pushes back hard, reminding Michael that she is WSB now. She even goes so far as to brag that she might have some inside intelligence on the newest addition to the Quartermain family. It is that classic Jocelyn bravado, but oh, if she only knew the danger she was inviting by waving that information around like a flag. The real disaster strikes when the most beautiful, heartwarming sight interrupts all this corporate and spy bickering. Brooklyn Quartermain and Harrison Chase come strolling down to the lake looking like the absolute picture of domestic bliss, carrying little baby Phoebe. My heart just swells every time I see Brooklyn and Chase together with that precious child. They have fought through so much heartbreak, so many misunderstandings, and so much pain to finally build this little family. They just wanted to enjoy a breath of fresh air to soak in the sunshine and the peaceful lake breeze. Brooklyn is already dealing with so much internal anxiety regarding the investigation into Jordan Ashford's hit and run, so this walk by the water was supposed to be a safe haven for her. But fate, as it always does in Port Charles, has other plans. They walk right up to Jocelyn and Hudson, who has unfortunately made his way back into the orbit of the conversation. This is the moment where I just wanted to reach through my television screen and cover Jocelyn's mouth. Jocelyn means well, she truly does, but she has what we in the South like to call loose lips. She is so quick to be friendly, so quick to share the neighborhood news, that she completely fails to read the room. She greets the happy couple and, in her signature breezy way, decides to introduce them to Hudson. Instead of just leaving it at a simple introduction, Jocelyn casually mentions that Chase and Brooklyn have just adopted this beautiful little girl. I could feel my stomach drop to the floor, but she does not stop there. The rumors floating around suggest that Jocelyn might even go so far as to share the tragic backstory of the adoption, mentioning how the poor baby's birth mother passed away during childbirth. It is such a natural, everyday thing for a young woman to overshare when making conversation. But in this specific moment, it is like handing a loaded weapon to a monster. I want you to imagine the look on Hudson Parker's face when those words leave Jocelyn's mouth. He has been turning Port Charles upside down looking for the child Delilah Wilson lost. He has been beating down doors and hurting people to find a baby of this exact age, with this exact tragic history, And suddenly, thanks to a casual chat by the lake, the missing puzzle piece is handed to him on a silver platter. I can just picture Hudson offering a polite, chilling smile, nodding along as Jocelyn chatters away, while behind his eyes the dark realization sets in. He has found her. He has finally found the baby. This revelation brings an absolute wave of dread over me because it ties directly back to Ethan Lovett. Oh, Ethan, my heart aches when I think about what he has gone through for this child. We know Hudson is a ruthless man, and the evidence points clearly to the fact that he beat Ethan to an absolute pulp. Ethan, in his classic rogue with a heart of gold fashion, took that beating to protect sweet Phoebe. He knew the kind of danger Hudson posed, and he orchestrated an incredibly desperate, brilliant plan to keep the baby safe. Hudson is going to put the pieces together so quickly, he will realize that Ethan faked being the father to arrange a completely closed, secret adoption. And who better to give the child to than a decorated police detective like Chase and a wealthy, powerful quartermain like Brooke Lynn? Ethan thought he was building an impenetrable fortress around little Phoebe. He thought putting her behind the badge of the PCPD and the gates of the Quartermain mansion would make her untouchable. It was a beautiful, selfless sacrifice. But Ethan could never have calculated for Jocelyn Jacks having a casual, gossipy moment by the boathouse. Now, the threat looming over Chase and Brooke Lynn is absolutely terrifying. Hudson is not going to just walk away. He is going to start digging, he is going to start questioning them, and he is going to corner them. Chase is a brilliant detective, and he will undoubtedly sense that something is off about Hudson, but Brooke Lynn is already so fragile right now. She is terrified that her husband's investigation into the hit and run is going to expose her own secrets, and now she is going to have a dangerous predator sniffing around her newly adopted daughter. The emotional toll this is going to take on their marriage and their peace of mind is just too much to bear. And this brings me to the biggest, most agonizing question of all. Is Hudson Parker actually Phoebe's biological father? The show is playing this so close to the vest, and it is driving me crazy. On one hand, his desperate, violent search for the child suggests a deep, twisted paternal claim. But on the other hand, in the world of General Hospital, things are rarely as they seem. This could be a massive red herring. Hudson might just be a dangerous operative looking to use the child for leverage, or perhaps he is working for someone even more sinister. Whatever his true motivation is, the fact remains that he is a very bad man, and Ethan nearly died trying to keep him away from that innocent baby. But my friends, if you thought all of that was stressful, there is another layer to this story that has left me completely speechless. There is a shocking new direction being teased that suggests Jocelyn might actually become the next guardian for baby Phoebe. When I first heard this, I had to sit back and catch my breath. How on earth do we get from Jocelyn accidentally outing the baby's identity to her becoming the child's guardian? It is a twist that I never saw coming, and it terrifies me for what it implies about Chase and Brooke Lynn's future. If Jocelyn has to step up as a guardian, it means something catastrophic is going to happen to our beloved detective and his fiery wife. Does Hudson's discovery lead to a violent confrontation that forces Chase and Brooke Lynn to go on the run to protect the child? Do they get injured? Or does Brooke Lynn's involvement in the hit-and-run accident finally catch up to her, landing her in prison and leaving Chase unable to care for the baby while fighting off Hudson? The possibilities are endlessly heartbreaking. At the same time, looking at it from Jocelyn's perspective, this could be the most defining moment of her young life. She is the one who accidentally let the secrets slip. She is the one who inadvertently led the wolf right to the sheep's pen. If the worst happens, the guilt is going to consume her. Taking on the role of Phoebe's guardian would be her ultimate path to redemption. It would force her to drop the glamorous WSB Barbie persona and become a fierce, protective mother figure, fighting tooth and nail against the very monster she accidentally unleashed. It would be an incredible character journey for her, but the price paid by Chase and Brooke Lynn to get her there might just break my heart into a million pieces. I am watching every single episode with bated breath right now. The idyllic scenes by the lake, the sweet smiles of that innocent baby, the fierce love of her adoptive parents, it all feels so fragile, like a beautiful glass ornament teetering on the edge of a table. Hudson Parker is the storm rolling into Port Charles, and Jocelyn just unknowingly opened the front door to let him in. I am praying for Chase and Brooklyn. I am cheering for Ethan's brave sacrifice, and I am holding on to hope that little Phoebe will make it through this nightmare safe and sound. We are in for a wild, emotional ride, and I cannot wait to experience every single heart-stopping moment of it with all of you.